Marco asked with a suggestive smile in Italian.
Don, your new little canary, Sophia. How does she taste?
Lucian's mocking laughter vibrated through my chest, sending a chill down my spine. He replied, also in Italian. His hand was still caressing my waist, but his gaze was distant.
Like an unripe peach. Fresh and tender. Just keep this between us. If my Donna finds out, I'm a dead man.
His men chuckled mowingly, raising their glasses and swearing their silence. The warmth in my blood turned to ice, inch by inch. The one thing they didn't know was that my grandmother was from Sicily, so I understood every word. I forced myself to remain calm, keeping the perfect smile of a Donna fixed in place, but the hand holding my champagne flasser trembled. Instead of making a scene, I opened my phone, found the invitation I had received a few days ago for a private international medical research project, and tapped accept. In 3 days, I would disappear from Lucian's world completely. Noticing I hadn't touched the blood orange he'd peeled for me, Lucian gently wiped a smudge of wine from the corner of my mouth with his thumb.
Baby, what's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Looking at the deep affection in his eyes, all I felt was disgust. One moment he was discussing my sister's body with his men, and the next he was the perfect husband, deeply in love with his wife. I wondered how long he could keep up this masterful performance. It's nothing, I was just wondering, what were you all talking about just now? Lucian casually pinched my cheek, letting out a dotting chuckle.
We were discussing an arms deal. I know you don't like hearing about that side of the business, so we used Italian.
He must have been so lost in his debauchance lately that he'd forgotten my grandmother was Sicilian and that I've understood Italian since I was a child. The smoke and liquor in the air suddenly felt suffocating. I pushed him away. Please, carry on. I'm going to get some fresh air. Without waiting for Lucian's reply, I walked straight to the estate's terrace. As I passed, cast envious my glance. Look at truly blessed. The Don throws such a grand party for her every year. Yes, the queen of the Marino family. What an enviable position. Hearing such praise used to make me feel proud and happy. I believed I had found the best husband in the world. But now, I only felt the irony, my heart a frozen lake. No one knew the filthy games Lucian, the man who supposedly loved me to death, played behind my back. Yesterday, I had snuck into his study to leave the anniversary gift I'd prepared for him. It was a restricted area, a place that held many of the Marino family's secrets, a place even I rarely had the chance to enter. But this time, I smelled my sister Sophia's unique perfume there. That cheap clingy scent of the leather sofa clung to his suit jacket and lingered in the air. The moment I walked out of that study, I knew my marriage to Lucian was over. A sudden vibration from my phone broke my train of thought.
Elenata, I saw on the system that you accepted the project offer. You gave up your career for Marino all those years ago. I'm so happy to see you're coming back.
I'll send someone to pick you up in 3 days. You can spend these next few days saying goodbye to your family.
At the word family, my knuckles whitened as I gripped my phone. Ever since my parents were killed in a blood feud 5 years ago, Lucian was the only family I had left. But now that he had betrayed me, he was no longer my family. Professor, that won't be necessary. Please apply for the highest level of security clearance on my behalf and erase all public records of me. My mentor's voice, full of surprise, came through the phone.
Why? Once those records are erased, Elenata Vitardi will have completely vanished from the face of the earth. Lucian will go insane when he can't find you.
I laughed bitterly. He won't. He betrayed me. My eyes began to sting. After leaving medical school, the only medical practice I got was patching Lucian up after his gunfights. As I thought of those nights, an unwanted memory surged up, hot and vivid. Back then, after every dangerous night, Lucian would come back to me covered in blood and bruises. I would carefully tend to his wounds on our bed.
Elenata.
But his eyes always darkened with hunger. In those moments, I truly believed he loved me more than anything. The memory now only filled me with nausea. I had lost myself and gained nothing in return. My mentor fell silent. After a long moment, he sighed.
I thought it was strange when you suddenly accepted the offer yesterday. I never imagined—
All right. I'll arrange the highest level of security clearance for you. Just get your affairs in order these next 3 days.
Hearing my mentor agree, I finally breathed a sigh of relief. The security protocol meant I no longer had to rack my brain for a way to leave Lucian. Thank you, Professor. Just as the words left my mouth, a familiar deep voice sounded from behind me, making me jump.
Darling, who did you say was betrayed?
I turned to meet Lucian's dark green eyes, which had sharpened with suspicion, and put on my usual gentle smile. Oh, I was just chatting with a friend about one of the West Coast families. The Don betrayed his wife, and now she's filing for divorce and a share of the assets. If he loved acting so much, I would play along. Lucian's gaze was sharp as he scanned my face, searching for any telltale micro-expression. Only after confirming there was nothing amiss did his tense shoulders slowly relax. His large, scarred hand slid down my waist as he placed a light kiss on my temple.
What an idiot. To betray your woman is to betray your own throne. My queen, that kind of thing will never happen in our family.
I stared into his eyes, as deep as an abyss, and smiled softly. But what if it did happen, for example?
Elemona, there is no what if.
Lucian cut me off immediately.
I, Lucian Marino, swear on the honor and bloodline of the Marino family, I will never betray you.
Of course. I was just speaking hypothetically. Lucian fell silent for a moment, then gently rubbed his slightly rough jaw against my cheek. It was strange. While carrying on an affair with my sister, he also displayed an intense, suffocating possessiveness towards me. As his body pressed close, a heated memory suddenly flooded my mind. That night years ago, Lucian Martin had been hot against my neck. His large hands roamed greedily over my body, stroking every curve as if he wanted to memorize me.
Nora.
He growled low, shivered powerfully against me. The memory now tasted like poison.
Then let my punishment be that I can never find you again. You know, Elenikad, you without it, you are my life.
I didn't respond, only gently wriggled free from his embrace. In 3 days, I would leave this embrace I once craved. Lucian, the punishment you just promised is about to come true. He was about to say something more when a voice interrupted.
Don, everything is ready.
Lucian nodded, a mysterious smile playing on his lips as he took my hand and led me toward the edge of the terrace. He suddenly covered my eyes and whispered in my ear,
My baby, I have a special gift for you. 5, 4, 3.
The moment the countdown finished, he removed his hands from my eyes. The sight before me was breathtaking. He had booked the entire private part, where hundreds of drones danced in the night sky. The twinkling drones eventually formed my name.
Eleonora.
Lucian embraced me from behind, his voice as gentle as ever.
My sweetheart, we've been married for 7 years, but every day with you feels as wonderful as the day we first met.
I looked at the sparkling letters in the night sky, feeling as if I were in a different lifetime. Yes, 7 years. From the innocent princess of the Vettery family to the Donna of the Marino family, these 7 years had changed me so much, enough to turn deep love into betrayal and vows into lies. Lucian turned me to face him, his dark green eyes so focused they seemed to melt me.
7 years, and every year I've wanted to give you the best.
He slowly leaned in to kiss me. If I hadn't heard him and Sophia moaning in his office yesterday, I might have been fooled by this Oscar-worthy performance until the day I die. Just as his lips were about to touch his phone vibrated. A flicker of annoyance at being interrupted crossed his face, an expression I knew all too well. Good, I wouldn't have to think of a way to dodge him.
Damn it. I gave explicit orders that no one was to disturb us tonight. I want to know which idiot dared to ignore them.
But when he saw the caller ID, his expression changed instantly. I glanced at the screen and saw My Little Canori. I knew it was Sophia. Lucian cleared his throat, subtly turning the phone away as his long fingers quickly swiped across the screen. I clearly saw a flash of panic and raw desire in his eyes. Sure enough, the next second he turned to me, a perfectly feigned look of guilty on his face. What is it? I asked casually, my nails deep into my palms. The truth was obvious, but I still hoped that this time he would choose me.
There's some urgent family business I need to handle. Darling, I might have to leave for a bit.
Now?
I'm sorry. I know tonight is important, but this really can't wait.
He kissed my forehead.
You go back to the room and rest. I'll be back to join you as soon as I'm done.
I understand. Family business always comes first. I nodded, acting like an obedient wife. Hearing my response, Lucian was visibly relieved. He gave me a quick hug before turning and leaving in a hurry. I stood on the terrace, watching his convoy of cars drive out of the estate gates. Once their taillights had completely disappeared, I turned and walked toward the parking garage. Since he had urgent business to attend to, I decided I should go see for myself just how urgent it was. I started the engine and quietly followed his convoy.